Guys, hello and welcome to the Liberia TV network. I'm Francis Kira coming to you live. We are right here at the Ministry of Cultural Information, wherein the High Court Police IG, the Minister of Information, the Deputy Minister, Honorable Daniel Sano, will address the press on critical national issues. He posts also bring you details information with guys, so what is unfolding here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. We want to extend thanks to all of you for responding very promptly to the invitation extended you to come here and provide coverage for this emergency press briefing. A lot is happening in the country, and as a government, we have an obligation to speak to the nation on some of the issues unfolded over the last couple of hours. So we thank you. It's good to have you back here in Charles William conference room. We have the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Honorable Liberia. He's flanked by the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. Let me now invite to the podium Minister Jerome Pia, who will speak, and thereafter be followed by the Inspector General of Police. Mr. Pia.
So guys, there's Honorable Jerome Pia, Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism.
I'd like to recognize the presence of the Police Inspector General and his team. And among them, I see police spokeswoman. I also see a former police spokesperson, and colleagues, fully attired in police regalia. Good to see you. The Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System is here. The rest of the officers who came along with the ID. We welcome all of you to this impromptu press conference. The key speaker here will be the IG. There are a couple of issues that I wanted to just throw out. And the first is that this evening, the President, His Excellency Joseph Newman Walker Sr., will address the nation. I will believe it is important for the President to speak to the Liberian people, considering all that has been happening, ranging from street protest yesterday, and then subsequently this morning, the fire incident at the Capitol building. We know that there have been healthcare workers, students from the medical school, different group of persons who got different concerns. So the President will address the nation this evening by about 5 o'clock from the parlors of the Executive Mansion. Like I've already stated, some doctors and students from the medical school, they all got different issues. We've been engaging them. Yesterday, the Honorable Vice President, Jeremiah Kuhn, met with representatives of the doctors to listen to their issues. We believe they got some real serious and genuine issues that we will look at as a government. For the students, there's a government policy that gives $200 monthly for sustenance. They have said that that money has not been paid for a few months now. And so they wanted that issue addressed. This morning, they were at the home of the President. We met with them, the National Security Advisor, myself, Senior Advisor to the President. We all met with them. And eventually, they had a very short time with the President before he left his home. So it is to say, as a government, we are much more responsive and responsible in dealing with our citizens. When they have issues, we give them attention and look into what their issues are. That's what a government should do. We don't just tell people, that what they are doing or saying may not be important. And so we're giving them the attention that they need, so that whatever the issues are, we can dialogue together and be able to find a solution. And I just want to also say, even though the police IG will come out, this country, like I've always said, has a violent history. It is important to keep reminding people, the president, the sitting president, was overthrown and killed like a primitive animal. Following his execution, senior government officials were executed publicly. We had a questionable election in 1985, and immediately after that there was an attempted coup. Succeeded for a few hours, eventually reversed. And many other things happened that took away the lives of hundreds of our citizens. Then we marched onto full-blown civil war, a reign for over a decade. Statistics says over 250,000 of our people were killed. Already backward as a nation, much of our infrastructure were destroyed. The nation started to cripple, to come back to terms with what we are supposed to be as the oldest independent nation in Black Africa. We're still putting the pieces back together. And by the way, we're doing great. You see, all of the interventions that are ongoing in the drought season, and by this evening, very big news, which I guess many people know already, but want to wait officially, will be made. And that news will take Liberia a deep step forward in our developmental initiative. This is not something that is common. It requires people who understand what it means to do the business of government to just achieve those kinds of feats in a year's time. The president was elected for 6 years. But in less than a year, we're having these big wins. And rather than working together to sustain the progress we're making as a country, we're seeing these elements of lawlessness and violence that is permeating the society, which the government must say, like the president said this morning, are all considered unacceptable. If there are people who believe that it will cause insurrection here, if there are people who believe that they will make violence as a way of life here, let me call your attention to the fact that there is a government here. And we have a responsibility as a government. Primary among them is to ensure the protection of lives and property. And we will not falter nor default on that responsibility. So those who are bent on causing chaos in the society, be warned. Your excesses will not be tolerated. We will face you head on within the confines of the law and ensure that the peace that our people deserves is attained. Just as you think you have the right to do the things you say you want to do, others got their right to move around freely, go about their normal businesses without somebody trying to obstruct what they want to do. We do not have space for violence because the history that we have as a country, as it relates to what has happened here, is something that should keep all of us walking in chalk now. And you media, you have a very serious role to play in all this. Sometimes we things happen that everybody will see. And you see some media out there creating a different scenario, and you wonder, where did they see that from? Are we not supposed to, as the fourth estate, yes, help to communicate which is your work? Are we not also supposed to be concerned about the peace and security of the country? Are we supposed to be conducting ourselves in ways just to prove that we are a tough media entity? The toughness of a media institution rests in the credibility you bring with the information you put on. Now with the regular behavior of unleashing insightful comments, caring less about what will happen here. You don't care whether this place goes into flame. And some of you, not all of you, I mean, to a general level, the media has been doing excellent. But there are some who say, no matter what happens, whether you do good at your business, we continue to paint everything black and ugly. This is unfortunate. So we're pleading with you. We're not in the business of trying to stifle the media. We've been helping you to grow. In fact, in just a few months here as minister, we showed the registration of 37 new media institutions. So it means we want to see the media space to expand. But at the same time, we appeal to you to be mindful of the fragility of the situation of our country and conduct your media business in ways that will consolidate the peace rather than undermine the peace. This is my humble appeal to you, because I know some will jump from there and say the Minister of Information is threatening the media. I can't be giving you lessons to operate in your dozens and be threatening at the same time. So when we appeal to your consciences, the role of the media is to just report the truth, nothing but the truth. People say they have something they call ABC. They say you should be accurate, you should be balanced, and you should be credible. That's media. That's sensationalization and insightful activities. So we plead with you to allow yourself to be guided by the standards and ethical principles of what a media entity should be. Think about the ordinary people who got nowhere to go. Think about what will happen to them when chaos erupts and they all stranded in a circle of violence, and do that which is proper for the survivability of our country. Having made these few comments, I would now invite the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police
That was the voice of Honorable Pia, Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism.